Now then, hopefully you can hear me, because here we go. It's time for the Triple B rankings for the Xbox Season 13 playoff teams, or preview teams. You're going to have to bear with me, I'm very tired today. So it might make not much sense. People will probably say, Bernie, you don't really make sense anyway, but hey, maybe even less sense today. So yeah, I was hoping to get little Yoshi with me, but he's obviously having his lunch, so I think he's feeding a full nation by the sounds of it, so I'm going to have to come on and do it myself now. So basically, what is the Triple B ranking? Basically, it is 19 different filters minimum. What basically get thrown on your team, and it looks for strengths, weaknesses. Is it balanced? How does it stack up? And it puts it all in a blender, and then spins out the answer and gives you a ranking. Now, this has got nothing to do with me apart from obviously the filters. Everything else is just by the book. I don't turn around and say, you know what, I'll put that one a bit further up because that's Drick's team or it's Space Magic's teams. None of that stuff happens. It basically is just what the formula gives them the ranking, and that's it. It also, as well, the formula will pick up a team what you might think, you know what, it might do better than its ranking. And in the first season we tried this, it flagged Sergel's Dark Elves, I think it ranked about 18th. I think it's more to do with he didn't play as much games as it could have been. He didn't play as much games, but the formula picked it out as, hey, you know what, this team could surprise a few. And it ended up beating one of the top 5 teams in the final. What was Cinemouse's Wood Elves, if I remember correctly. So it'll be interesting to see what the wild card is for the obviously for the Xbox playoffs, and obviously who will be ranked first. Now the first show, what I'm doing is I'm breaking them all up into different segments. So for instance, this first one we will see the teams ranked between 20 to 31st, and then the next show will probably be from 11 to 19, and then we'll do the top 10. It's just that then you can watch them in segments. You don't have to watch them all together. Unfortunately, there's only me doing it, but at least it'll go quicker. But you only get my view on the thing. Like I say, my view of the way these rankings are is probably with some others. I don't agree with quite a few of these rankings. I really don't. And I certainly didn't agree with a lot of the rankings on the PS4. So hey ho, we'll see. Like say if you're in the chat and you want to say hi, that'd be great. Keep me company. But like I say, it's nothing personal. The rankings just put you where you are, and this is what the formula puts you. And that's basically it. I was ranked 30 out of 32 with my kids live on the PS4. I can't really disagree with him. But anyway, let's get going then. So, the 32nd team is not there because it is the Elven Union filler team, so we can't obviously do that one. So, we'll get on to the 31st team. And what I like to say, the last 5 teams, we call it Mission Impossible. You've got to be like Ethan Hunt. The formula is saying the bottom 5 teams cannot win the competition. Can't. They shouldn't. They won't. They cannot. So if you're in one of these top 5, in the bottom 5, then you're in trouble. But anyway, let's get on with the 31st ranked team. The team the team the formula says will not win, and that is the Kislev Barefaced Ladies, cliche number 2074. And you sort of look at the team and you can sort of understand why this is so low in the rankings, because it's in a worse shape than man, and that's saying something. There's not really much going for it apart from he's got 14 rerolls, 4 rerolls. There's nothing there, a movement 8 catcher, but he's only got the 1 catcher. There is nothing here at all. I will stress as well, this formula has no bearing on who they draw in the first round or what their playoff tree is. It doesn't take that into calculations. But yeah, this is the sort of team you want to be going up against. Definitely. That's no disrespect to the coach, who's a good coach, but this team's a shambles, isn't it? It's one of those, he's probably one of those guys who thought, you know what, I'm probably not going to get in, and then all of a sudden someone turns and says, oh, by the way, you're in the playoffs. I'm like, really? Uh-oh. So, yeah, I don't really know what you can say about this one. He's got one guard piece. Well, better than now. He's got as much mighty blow as my my PS4 team has. One. It doesn't look good, does it? Obviously, no stadium enhancements. 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. So, yeah, not the worst record. See if I can see anyone there. Can't really. No, I don't even know any of them teams, to be fair. He needs a miracle. I don't even know who he's actually against, but whoever it is, he will need a lot of good luck. This is one of the rankings I do agree with the formula, and I think he'll do well to get anywhere. If he gets past the first round, that'll be a result for him, I think, personally. Okay, then. So, ranked 30th. Another team what should have a problem getting there. And it is the Halfling team, wherever they are. Now, Halfling teams can be tricky, obviously, with the inducements and everything. He's only 850 team value, so, that's not bad. He's going to get a lot of inducements. This, I think, is quite key. The agility 4. Break tackle, interested on his 2 trees. You want your movement 2, GFR? Yeah, I can see why you go break tackle, maybe. Because they don't have the learner, do they, on the Halfling ones? I think that's quite key. But apart from that, I mean, I didn't like this. When I saw this, 2 team rolls? You're really banking on the chef, aren't you, when you do that? No apothecary. Lose a treat, you're in a world of pain. Don't like that at all. 5 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. So, for Flings, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I don't know. Flings are flings, aren't they? I would have liked the apothecary, but I suppose the guys is basically like, look, the trees are armor 10, they'll be fine unless they come to claw, and all flings are expendable apart from number 10, and I just think why not get an apothecary? I would have an apothecary, definitely. But obviously, there we go. And typical is that I've now gone online. Little Yoshi says, oh, I'm ready. You can come on the next show, Yoshi. This is only going to be about 20 minutes long. I don't know if you're in chat, but it's only going to be about 20 minutes long, this one. And there's a message from him. Hopefully he's watching the stream and will be able to think from there. Right then, so again, I can see why this team's there. Personally, I think Flings are a lot more dangerous than maybe Goblins and Ogres to a certain extent, because obviously they can take all your rerolls off you, and they can get another tree as well. So 3 trees can be dodgy. And you know what Flings can do. But again, the other thing I didn't like as well, only 11 players. So he's got no bench. Not much to like, really. And the Triple B formula doesn't like this either. So there we go. Right then, 29th. Not really many surprises at the moment, to be fair. The next team on the mark is the Goblin King, who I would guess will be Goblins. There we go. Nice agility 4 Goblin I saw there. Another team though, only 2 team rerolls. I don't get why, especially on a Goblin team, why Kling would only want 2 team rerolls. Because, a Halfling Master Chef's 300k for a Goblin. So I just don't get why you'd have 2. I think that's very dicey. Got his Chainsaw. He's got Mighty Blow Fanatic. That's nice. Sneaky Git, they can always be a pain. Agility 4, that's always beautiful. 1270 TV. To be honest, I'd rather face this than the Flings, if I'm being honest. Definitely would rather face this. Kling's a good coach, we know that. You have to be a good coach to get to the playoffs. And, yeah, not bad. He's got. I mean, the thing is, this is the key, isn't it? Number 7. Let's be honest. That's the key. I mean, it's the blodge, sidestep in, agility 4 piece. He's got to keep him in cotton wool. And if he can get his shizzle dizzle on, then he may have a chance. But there's to me, it's like 2 team rerolls. Not really. I'm just like, oh, I don't like that at all. Nuffle outlet, I do like that. That's a smart move. Statistics: 6 wins, 4 draws, 10 losses. Yeah, it's goblins. It's very rare you get a positive record when you play that many games. But on the day, goblins can mess anything up, can't they? It's as simple as that. But there you go. That is the goblins, and I think most people will say he would get 1,115 inducements on me. Who are you playing? I haven't really checked the schedule. I was drinking my sorrows when the lovely Ronaldinho screwed me with the draw. Blame Bino. That's how I'm blaming. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can have a quick look. Not really going to look into the schedule because it's got nothing to do with the formula. But he's against a placeholder pro elf, so we just don't know. So he might. That's Flings, and the Goblin Kings versus the Underworld. So that's interesting. Anyway, let's move on. What do we have now? So that was 29th. Right, 28th is the Ogre team. Wherever they may be, there they are. Don't know anything about the coach. Is the first thing I'll say. Strength 6 Ogre, very nice. Shame he couldn't just get the extra point. Could have got maybe break tackle, then he would become a serious threat. 2 guard, interesting. Block, diving tackle. Always got like diving tackle, sneak. Yeah, I can see why. 2 team rerolls again. Is this? I don't get it. Why are all these like little niche teams what need plenty of rerolls only going with 2 team rerolls? Someone's gonna have to explain that to me. I just don't get why everyone's going 2 team rerolls. I really don't get it. Enhancement doesn't have 1. Statistics: 2 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. Oh, that's not bad for Ogres at all. Got an absolute spanking last game though. 5-0. Who the freak? Oh, Elven Union team smashed him 5-0. Ouch. But that can happen. Ogres are a funny team because if the Ogres behave and Mighty Blow works and they look after their little guys a bit better than normal, then they can definitely pull off a shock. Oh, I always have problems with them. I can never seem to injure the bloody snotling things. So yeah, I mean, like I said, these are some of the less developed teams as well. So with them being less developed, the formula's like, you know what? Don't think you're going to do well against... Because obviously these little teams, they're banking on inducements more than anything else. They're going to come against a lot of big powerhouses and the big coaches with teams already like nicely done. So you can see why the formula's telling you know what? Don't really like this one. Right, the next team, now we start getting a bit interesting. Now all of a sudden people might start thinking, interesting, I think I might have had that team a bit higher up. The next team has actually already played and it won. So happy days. I'll see if I can find the team. There it is. It is Tizzle Bizzle, the Xbox admins team. Is it Blitz Bockers? The High Elf team. So, they just beat Surrey Unicorns. So, well done to him. And they are ranked 27th. Again, a team, 11 players. This is where it slightly got a bit problematic for me. Because obviously I did the formula today. And these have already played. So I didn't know what they had at the start of the playoffs. So these are where there could be a little bit of infliction. It maybe could have been a bit higher or a bit low. I don't know. Movement 5 on the thrower, that hurts a lot. That really, really hurts. Again, it's another team not very well developed. I think Tizzle will tell you that. At least he's got kick, what always help. You look at this team, even I would look at this team and think, please, Tizzle, I'd like to play. Yeah, you're a good coach, but this team I'd have a chance against. But, he went against the Returnians, and he beat them 2-1. So, total congratulations to Tizzle. There's no enhancement. The record's not great. 6 wins, 3 draws, 9 losses. But he got it done when it mattered. He got stuffed 4-1 by Unkindled, who was in the playoffs. Conte management beating 2-0. Lost my leash. That's a decent coach as well. Obviously with Tactical Mark 4, what a lot of people are tipping to win the thing. 2-1, so that's a good effort there. So he's been against some really good teams and given them a good game. Very good coaches, Tizzle. And the problem I've got with this team is there's only 11 players, but I say that about almost every team. He's into the second round, so that's good. But the formula doesn't seem as winning this. The formula probably doesn't seem like being anywhere close. But it's through, and you just never know. It's Blood Bowl after all. So there you go. That is your 27th ranked team. Now then, 26 is the current champion, Centaurs of the Universe. Now I'm almost certain William Cheney had given up qualifying. I think he'd been a bit busy and he'd given up. He'd obviously spent most of his time on the PS4. He'd already won the cup on the Xbox. He's always happy, nice cash, nice glory and all that stuff. And he probably just thought, you know what, I just don't have time to play these. But then a bizarre chain of events. Mutt started pressurising Cass. Cass decided to play. Cass DC'd. Cass got disqualified. Then Mutt he lost a few players, so he gave up his Chorf spot, and that fell into the lap of Centaurs of the Universe, who have landed, I know, the game against Rambo's Chorfs. Not a good thing. And, you got your main killer, missed next game. You got your break tackle, Bull Centaur, who's only strength 3, what really should be sacked anyway. I'm almost certain that I keep calling my media player. You can sort of guess kind of that William Cheney, the champ, decided, you know what, I'm not going to defend my title. I'm just going to take the cup, take the cash, and maybe the season after I might do anything. But he's in there, and good to hear from Rambo that Cheney said, look, I'm free for most days. Let's get it sorted. What suits both. So it's good to see Cheney taking the advice of the admins and trying to work with Rambo and get the game done. But the formula doesn't like this team. It's like, yeah, but I'm the champ. Yeah, you might be the champ, but there's so many holes in this team. And bear in mind, whoever he's drawn against has no effect on his ranking here. If it did, it could be about 30th now, because obviously he's got very little chance against Rambo. Although I will state now, Cheney, aka Media Play, is a very, very good player. Azarwayne and Segel take most of the plaudits for UC, but this guy is just below them. He's a very, very good player who always seems to have a good record on the PS4. He's got to a final before. He's now won the Xbox. So Rambo, yes, he will be a massive favourite, but do not sleep on this guy, because if you do, he'll knock you out. It's as simple as that. But the team itself, and the other key thing as well, or in my honest personal opinion, I think Case Dwarf's star players are shite, absolute shite. So there's nothing there where you think, oh my god, I can bring him in or bring that guy in. I just don't know what he's going to do. There's that strength 5 Bull Centaur could bring in. He could bring a chainsaw in, but I think they're very, very situational. Morg, do you really want Morg in there? I don't think that'll bother Rambo for 460k, something like that. And he's got, I think, against all that claw might blow. It's going to be interesting to see what our media will do. But obviously our media has the UC backing, so he'll be talking to his UC guys saying, look, how do we beat Rambo? What do we do? And when you've got the likes of the Azarwaynes, the Flintstorers, the Segels helping out our media there, could we see an upset? I don't know. The form says probably not. He's got the Magic Dome. Now wins 4 draws, 1 loss. Brilliant record. I expect to see that from him, though. That does not surprise me one bit. Obviously beat Calcium Cass's Killable 2-0. I remember Cass saying, oh yeah, give me a bit of a school in that game. Drew with the Skaven. That was probably before they got into complete monsters. But, just looking at people like Stone Boys as well. So you look at some of these results against the top coaches, and you can see why he's such highly rated as a coach. And obviously what happened with the scheduling basically overshadowed what was, let's be honest, a fantastic run with the Elven Union. He played a lot of good players. He beat them all. And he fully deserved, to be champ. So good luck to him, but he will need it against Rambo. Another team was tipped for greatness this season, and he did a bad job, hasn't he? Got a good side of the draw. So that was 26. 25th, all I'm going to say, I'm going to give the ranking, but I'm not going to go into them. 25th was Surrey Unicorn. That was a returning team, Tizzle Bizzle. Basically knocked out. So Surrey Unicorns was ranked 25th. And there wasn't much difference in between, I don't know, maybe how can I? It was like a quarter of a second in a 100-meter sprint. The difference between Surrey Unicorns ranking and Tizzle Bizzle's Elves. The long shots, as we'll call them, the ones that were like from 20 onwards, they're all quite cramped. There's not much between them. It's only when you get down to say the top 10, you see they sort of pull away in the rankings compared to the rest. The philosophy is on the formula, if you're in the top 10, you've got a great chance of winning. And the formula basically tells you, if you're in the top 5, the winner should come in the top 5. Yeah. And like I said, Slack, I'm going to do it like in different parts. It's a lot better when I have someone with me. But obviously, I couldn't get hold of Yoshi. He's obviously busy having his lunch and all that, and I didn't want to pester him. And I thought, you know what, this first one, it's like the outsiders. I'll try and give him some love and attention. But if we can get Yoshi for the next one, the big meaty one, because that's the run up to the top 10, we'll do that. But like I said, I've been up since 7. I'm not even going to get started on that, but I'm tired, so I need to start cracking on because I've got my own playoff game today. I want to try and get a game in myself. I'm trying to stream some games, so I sort of couldn't wait any longer because I want to try and get all these done today for you guys. So there we go. So 25th was Surrey Unicorns. Now the 24th is the Vampire team. So that is Deathball's team. Let's see if I can find him. But yeah, usually if there's more than one of you talking, it's a lot better. But it is a lot longer. But you get more people's sort of like views. Here we go. So only the 3 vamps. But agility vampire is very nice. Shame about the stat down there on that vamp. Mighty blow, not bad. Fend, interesting. He's got fend on all these. It's quite clear that it's smart. I mean, I like Deathball. He's a smart coach, and he's one of those coaches. A bit like what they say about me on the PS4 is you can get. I seem to do better with the crapper teams, but like the Bretts and High Elves and stuff like that. But what I like here is like he plays in the late stages of the competition, so he knows there's a lot of mighty blow piling on. So what does he do? He gives his vampires fend. What's genius? It's genius. Most people wouldn't do it, but he did. And that's smart because obviously he wants to play and he knows he's not stupid. He knows late on in the thing, like for instance, Rambo's Chorfs with all piled on. Yeah, you'll get a slap, but you're not getting the pile on because I've got a friend. Genius. Yoshi, exactly. If you want to after this one, if you want to do the rankings between 11th to 19th, we can do that after this show. This will be about another 10-15 minutes, I would have thought, and that'll be it. But yeah, Deathball, yeah, I love him to bits. Like I said, the agility piece is nice. The problem with vamps is they're very slow. It's alright to they've got a strength, this and that, but they're so slow, moving 6. That's what always puts me off about them. Grab as well, interesting choice on that vamp. So he's trying to manipulate the field. So he's thinking outside the box, and that's why I like this guy. He doesn't go for the standard build, but the sort of picks he does is great. He's got his agility 5. And he's gone and got leap on his vampire. Interesting choice. But hey, it's a 2+ leaping vampire into a cage. I like it. 5 re-rolls. He's not taking any risks on the re-rolls. I mean, I just like the guy. 18 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses. That's not bad. Bearing in mind he's playing against a lot of the top teams as well. I have so much respect for this guy. I really do. Thanks a lot, Nuffle. And like people say, he's not scared to play, the ogres and the vampires, and he's not scared to take on the big guns as well and the kill teams. Yeah. He's very smart coach, very smart coach. And if he ever goes with a tier 1 team, look out, because he'll probably win the championship. He's that good of a coach. But there you go. I like this team a lot for what it's got. I mean, I don't know how many vampires he's lost. He might have lost a few vampires. I don't know. Kixo was useful. His thralls aren't very developed. The only negative I had with this team is I looked at the TV and I thought, 16-20. That's a lot of TV. It's a lot of TV. But he could drop a reroll. He's got a bit of wiggle room there, hasn't he? If he wants to. Because 4 rerolls is still a lot. I suppose it depends who he's against and all that. But he's got a bit of room. That was the only slight problem I had. But people will say, look, he's got 3 developed vampires there. So, Benny, you're just trying to find a bargain. But, yeah, I think he'll do really well. And, again, he's one of those vampire guys, a bit like Shagrath on the PS4. You don't want to play against him because he knows exactly what he's doing. And I like this team. And this would have been one of those teams I would have sort of picked for my dark horse, because you could see a team like this with the right draw going quite far. It wouldn't surprise me. It probably surprised a lot of other people, but it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I like that team. That's ranked 24th. Now then, 23, and I'm probably going to butcher the name of this team. It's the Norse team. Fenrir's Ragnarok. Is it supposed to say Fenris Ragnarok? I don't know. But the Norse, Bun Jemmy Juice. Good to see him in the playoffs. And, the formula didn't mind this team. Nice agility F4. Lyman down there always helpful. I always think it's big on teams like this. If you can get an agility piece, makes the job so much easier. 2 sidestepping runners. I like that a lot. I think I would have gone diving tackle after that, maybe. But if I'd have got him another level, his Berserker's a bit battered out. He wants agility 2, but again, Berserker's there to bash stuff or to use guard, and the one's moving foul was a bit of a shame. His Yeti, Mighty Blow Claw, Juggernaut guard, not wrong with that. Strip ball tackle, always like to see one of those on a Norse team. That's a bit frustrating for the lineman. He actually gets Mighty Blow. But then you see, the thing is, I'm thinking he's going to use him as ball carrier, but what agility forward means is you can go in, hit him, and then you can dodge out if need to, or run away. So, not bad. 3 team rerolls, I like that a lot. Apothecary, obviously. Enhancement, doesn't have one. Statistically, not great. 10 wins, 6 draws, 11 losses. Not the best record, but hey, it is what it is. And then you got to look who he's gone against. Like Race to the Bottom, that's a very good team. Hell's Angel, he got his ass whooped there. 5-0, but again, it's Blade. What do you expect? That's an amazing team. It's like, he's played Epic Skin Cage. He's played, like I say, Race to the Bottom. He's played Blade, Dark Elves and Goblins. So he could do all right. 120k in the bank. I didn't like the TV value. I was like, whoa, I almost spewed up when I saw the 1870 TV. I was like, crikey. He could be giving inducements away to a few teams. I really should have had a look at the schedule, really. But at least he's got 13 players, what will help. But you just don't know. You just don't know. If no Sama holds up, it's good enough to get through. And, the formula sort of... Now we get into the teams where the formula's like, you know what? They've got a chance, Bernie. They've got a chance. So, good luck to him. Now, the next team, we're now... God, I've got to make sure I get this right. We're on to 22, so we've got 3 more teams to look in this video. 22 is, to my knowledge, if I've got this right, it's an undead team. Unkindled, I am looking for. Now, where are you? Here we go. So let's have a look. Raiden, I do believe it's pronounced. So let's have a look. Strength 6, break, tackle, block, mummy. OMG, he's a big player. The other mummy, standard with guard. Shame he's lost his white. That's a huge loss. And obviously, the other thing about the formula as well is, if you have losses like this could make a big impact on your rankings. So, that piece alone may have cost him a couple of spaces. I don't know. But that is a big negative. That's a mighty blow piece, a tackle piece, and a guard piece out for the first game. Nice goal. Another one to pick Fend later on. Yep, no problem with that. Strip ball wrestle piece. That's always good to have. 2 guarded goals. Interesting. I don't mind guard on goals, but you are, rolling the dice, because if they get hit, they could get splattered. But I've found before, goals can be so good. I remember Demented on the PS4, very good coach. He had guard on his goals, and he caused loads of problems with them. Dirty player, yeah, you got to have a dirty player. Kick, yeah, good choice there. Guard on that. It's not a bad team. I don't know much about the coach, I'll be honest. 3 team rerolls is found. That's fine. Obviously, he's got regen, so he's got Necro. Not Necro, Undead. He's got Magic Dome. Yeah, no problems there. Good record. 15 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses. Very good record. He absolutely smashed the Blitz blockers for 4-1. That may be because, obviously, the Rats Mark 4 Mutt team ripped him apart 4-0. Gave the Goth Rockers a good fight. Bullying you over was much of the team who drew with them 1-1. So, he's definitely got some good bit of form there. I like the Strength 6 mummy. Really do. And the thing is as well, you can't sling it like a lineman on it, because he can break tackle on a 2+. So you can't actually time down that much unless you put more resources to stop him. So that's his key player on defense and offense. I like the way some of this is built. I like it, and I like the TV as well. It's only 1570. I think he gets a lot of good value there for just 1570. I think this team's very well balanced. Raiden is decent. Battered me out this week. Yeah. But this guy's your opponent, is he? Unkindled. Yeah, I think his team's very well there. When I looked at his TV, I was like, yeah, that's not... He's not got a bad set of skills for 1570. I quite like that. So yeah, I can see him doing quite well. I can indeed. Now then, 21st is really important. Why is it really important? Because the Triple B rating has flagged 21 as its wildcard / dark horse. This is the team they're saying could surprise the competition and could even shock the competition and win it. 21. If this team won it, it would be more amazing than the PS4 when Sergel won it from 18 with Dark Elves. Now, who has got the wild card? Who's the team that the formula thinks may surprise the playoffs? Are we ready? It is the Underworld team, Vims. Have I pronounced that right? Lacrim, don't know the coach. I'm not doing very well with coaches, am I, today? But the ranking, the formula, big, star sign, Betty, this is the team. This could be the sleeping giant. If this team gets the rolls, it could cause carnage. This could take any team out. Yes, even the Chorfs or Mutts Rats. Do not take this team lightly, is what they're saying. Look at the team. They have 4 claw pieces. The Troll's a killer. He's got a strength 4 blitzing, 2-headed, blitzing claw, mighty blow. Jesus Christ, Stone Vermin. The other Stone Vermin's got tackle. He's got claw. He's got mighty blow. Even his bloody thrower's got claw. Mighty blow. His other thrower, 2 heads, accurate block. Sure hands, obviously, he comes with. He's got an agility 4 lineman. I bet he wished that was on a goblin, because that would have been sweet. 3 2-headed. Got goblins. He's got a big-handed, two-headed goblin. He has the recipe to have a really good run in the competition. And I totally get it when they say this could be a wild card. You know, it's ranked 21st, so that's still quite far away from, obviously, the top dog. But they're saying, out of the teams far back, this is the team what could surprise the playoffs. And you can see why, can't you? The problem with Underworld is, like, if he don't get the removals, he's in trouble because the other team will get removals on him because goblins do break. Security Gate. When I saw this, I was like, no! Show the Nuffle Altar. There might be something good for the Nuffle Altar. Get it cheaper. Anything will get you cheaper players. Record. It's alright. It's Underworld. What do you expect? 20 wins, 8 draws, 15 losses. Nothing wrong there at all. Definitely not Space Rogues. Got slapped 3-1 last game. He beat Hell's Angels 3-1. He drew with point and click. So, you know, there's some good records there. Obviously, the Bad Beards and Nasty Rambos, they beat him 3-1. But even Goth Rockers 1-1. Good result there. So he's got the pedigree. He's got the results to back up that he could go on a long run. So this is the team that the formula gives the wildcard to. And obviously the last time the wildcard won the competition. So keep an eye on this. And the reason I'm saying this as well is for your predictions as well, because a lot of you will be doing the prediction competition. Anybody who tips my team to beat Ronaldinho, you'll be disappointed. There's no way my team will beat, 1900 Dark Elf team with no tackle. I'm sorry. I like to think I'm pretty good, but unless he rolls a lot of ones, I'm going out. But this team, I'm going to keep an eye on because I love Underworld and they have so much potential. And you just wouldn't want to play this team because he's got all that close. Even if you beat him, he could absolutely wreck your team, couldn't he? So there you go. That is number 21, and I like that a lot. So the final team, what makes the 20, before we have a 5-minute break, let me have a look at my sheet to make sure I don't... Oh my god. How the hell do I pronounce this team? This is almost as bad as Arzawin's teams. Let me get them. Where is he? So, number 20. Where are thou? God, here we go. It's my Lord H's Humans. Les Cometes de Mordheim is how I'm pronouncing it. I'm not going to go and pronounce it again because I think I might have done alright there. Good old my Lord H, the guy who likes sportsmanship. Doesn't like people killing teams because we're bad for Blood Bowl. But was disqualified for doing dodgy stuff. Yes, that guy. And Drick's here as well. Woohoo! Now then, so plays a lot of games. This guy takes on anybody. Every time I say 14 rerolls, I feel like I'm saying 14 rerolls. Obviously, I'm not. This team's gone through the ring. I know for a fact. I think Rambo keeps killing through these players. Movement 8, blitzer. Yeah, okay. A couple of guard pieces. Yeah. Maybe I think you always need a bit more with humans. But again, I don't know how many plays he's lost. Nice catcher, very nice catcher. Movement 9 with blodge, short feet, sprint. Like that a lot. Shame he could have just stuck sidestep on there. That'd have been gravy. Never stealing the catcher. Yeah, that's smart. I like that as well. Agility 4 lineman. Agility 4 lineman getting a lot. The ogre, extra movement. Ooh, I don't know. Depends. If he rolled a double, then that's crazy. I'm presuming he hasn't. Would I have took movement on an ogre was armor 9? Probably not. Because the only thing you're going to be worried about mainly is claw. And armor doesn't work. 1730 TV, yeah, it's alright. Not too loved up on it on the TV, but it's not bad. He's got a killer. Doesn't have tackle, unfortunately, but you know it is what it is. I think the reason I like the fact that he's got that catcher. I really like the way he's done that, and I don't mind the Never Steal one as well. I think what's putting me off this team is that I look at the comparison on the PS4, and that team was better built than this. Ironically, he got knocked out first round, but it's not a bad team, is it? It's not a bad team. I don't like the Royal Box at all. Why would you want to get double fan unless he's trying to lose games? 17 wins, 8 draws, 19 losses. Not a good record, unfortunately. But again, he's been playing against a lot of the big guns. He beat Epic Skinkage. That's a good result for him there. And he's drawn with him, so he's actually had a good few games. Even Killball, you know. The Dark Elves only just being 1-0 as well. So, you know, the guy's been consistent. He's been given as good as he gets. Joke Squad's a bit of a disappointing result, but apart from that, he's done all right, hasn't he? I don't really know what else to say about him. You know, he's an all right coach. He's solid. The team's okay. 14 players. The formula seems to think he's got a definite each way shot. So, you know, I think what it is, he's got to keep 7 safe, and use him as the guy to get it done, and then try and blitz as much as he can with number 3 or number 2. Number 2, obviously, for blodge pieces. If they're not blodged, take him out with number 3. But just be careful you don't get kicked to crap. The problem is when you only have one killer, people will dial upon that. Even likes of the high elves or even dark elves will put the boot in if they know you've only got the one killer. But I don't know. I really don't know what else to say about it. I'm set on the fence with this team. I really am set on the fence. Yeah, the 2 fan factor's not great, is it? It's not great at all. But, you know, look at the bright side. It keeps his TV down. Because, you know, on average, fan factor would be 7, 8, 9. Then you have 1800. Then I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe that TV's a bit too high for this team. I don't know. It's very rare I look at TV and go, oh, yeah, that's good value, that TV. I'm always bitching about it. But that's number 20. So that is your teams from 31 to 20. We've seen the wild card already. The Underworld get the wild card. What's lucky? Because it won it last time. How many times I've said that today? It's probably crash out first round now. So there we go. So what's going to happen now is, obviously, I'm going to cut the stream so I can put this as a segment, and this will be its own video, and then I'll put this onto the YouTube channel. If you're not on my YouTube channel, shame on you. That's where all the content go, all the playoff games and everything, and whatever goes on there. And then, obviously, if you came in late, you can always watch it back and see what happens. Is there any shocks in there, though? Is there any teams you thought in that segment you thought should have been higher up? Because I can tell you now, is there any? I think I don't really know. To be fair, I'm pretty happy with that. I can't see anything what shouldn't have been there. Like I said, I thought the Vamps could be a bit of a dark horse, but I totally get why the formula thought the Underworld. So yeah, it's going to start getting interesting though now, guys. This is where I'm probably going to end up start getting the hate mail, because I can tell you now, not everything's going to go to plan. You guys are thinking it's a done deal. The Dricks, the Rambos, the Mutt are all going to be top 3. Well, I can guarantee you now, one of those is not in the top 3. So the next show, luckily I'm going to have Yosh with us, so we're going to be able to go through the show. And again, we haven't seen Tina's Revenge yet. I know there's a lot of people interested to know where TFG Heroes team is. That hasn't come out yet. The Kemri's not come out yet. That was a team I was interested in, Skeletons of the Universe. Obviously, the Puppers, Necro, they haven't come out yet. What do they call that guy? Dagoku, who did so well with his lizards. He's gone Chaos. He was the early one, wasn't he? He hasn't come out yet. The 2 Skaven teams haven't come out yet. The 2 Necro haven't come out yet. You know? So, yeah, it's going to be good. So, anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure Thingy's mic works, Yoshi, and then we'll be back. So, I would say, what time are we on now? I'd say about 2:15. We should be okay. As long as we don't get any technical issues, we'll be fine. Okay, guys? So, I'll speak to you in a moment. Now then, Yoshi. Oh, you can. Yeah, I can hear you. It's a bit echoey.
Hang on a sec. Brand new mix. How does that sound?
It sounds all right. It sounds a bit. I don't really know how to. It's not echoey. It's I don't really know. I don't know how you'd call it. I can hear you clearly. That's the good thing, and you can hear me. So we're on to a winner there.
Let
so
me,
that's better than.
You're still broadcasting. You know that, don't you?
No, I shouldn't be.
Yeah, you are. I've got you on the phone.
Yeah, it might show up loud, but I'm not actually doing anything. Well, I shouldn't be.
You are.
Anyone in chat can hear me. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be.
Oh. Okay. Well,
if I am, I am. It says live on my. It says live on there, doesn't it? I still am. I did say quit the thing, but hey, there you go, guys. What can I say? But I'm gonna have to quit it anyway, aren't I, Yoshi? Because, like, in fact, if I'm still running live now, then someone can tell us if Yoshi's mic sounds alright. Because I did quit the app, but it's obviously decided, you know what, Bernie, we're not going to quit the app.
Yeah.
But anyone leave the message. Tell you what, it's great, isn't it? I'm such a professional. Right then. Okay then. Let me see if we can stop the chat and then we'll go back on again. Right, we'll be back in 30 seconds, allegedly. If it actually bloody works this time. It does say that I'm off though. How weird is that? Right, okay. My apologies, I'm still live and I'm still talking.
No, that's got it.
Well, it's actually gone now.
Well, it went for a second, then it's popped straight back up again.
I have no idea. I don't know what it's doing. I've said, quit, goddammit, quit!